Hello goddesses, welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, my name is Shaquita, the CEO and founder of Royal Goddess Beauty. I would like to welcome you guys to a world of natural hair care where you will find simple hair care tips that will take the guesswork out of things, making your healthy hair care journey so much easier and simpler, you guys. Today's video, we're going to be doing a Q&A. I'm very excited about answering these questions. Some of my subscribers have reached out to me concerning hot oil treatments. So if this is a video that you will be interested in, stick around and stay tuned for more. Okay, you guys, welcome back. Let's jump right off into these questions. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading off some of the questionnaires that was provided to me from my subscribers, okay? The first question is, what is a hot oil treatment and why should I use them and what are the benefits of them? And hot oil treatment is beneficial in lots of ways, you guys. If you suffer from severe, dry, brittle hair, if you suffer from itchy, flaky scalp, then a hot oil treatment is highly recommended. If you suffer from those type of things. And the benefits that you will get out of the hot oil treatment is that, first off, it feeds the hair, it feeds the pores, it feeds the cuticles of the hair. If you deal with over-processed hair, like chemical treated hair, over-processed hair, relaxed hair, any type of chemical treated hair is where I highly recommend hot oil treatments. And also, if you are under moisturizing your hair, a hot oil treatment is very beneficial and useful for that as well. I also recommend pre-pooing your hair with oils, because it breaks it down, it makes it more manageable, and it makes it easy to detangle. If your hair was in a very dry state, I recommend pre-pooing your hair with oil treatments first, then apply your regular shampoo after you finish pre-pooing it with the oil, because you want to wash away that oil as much as possible, okay? So what are the benefits in hot oil treatments? The benefits in hot oil treatments is that if you suffer from itchy, flaky scalp, if you suffer from dry, brittle hair, if you have over-processed hair, chemically treated hair, then a hot oil treatment is highly recommended for you, okay? Then the next question is, how often should I do a hot oil treatment? As needed. You can never overdo in hot oil treatment. You can never overdo it. It's equivalent, let me just say, it is equivalent to deep conditioning your hair. It's very equivalent to deep conditioning your hair. So if you was to do a hot oil treatment weekly, bi-weekly, it's fine. But what's more important when doing these hot oil treatments is that you wash it away properly, because we do not want to develop product buildup on the hair, neither the scalp, okay? Number 3. Is there any special oils to use? No, there's no special oil that you can use. A lot of people like using combo oils. You may have a mixture of olive oils, grapeseed oil, jojoba oils, black Jamaican oils, wild grow oils. They got some people that will apply all these items together and make their own special, hot oil treatment, and that's fine. And if you wanted to use just one particular oil, that's fine. You're gonna get the same benefits whether you mix them or whether you use them single-handedly. I just suggest that if you're going to use any type of oils, try to use all your lightweight oils, okay? Like your jojoba oils and things like that, because those are more of a natural oil that the scalp recognizes. Is hot oil treatments good for relaxed hair? Of course. Hot oil treatments is highly recommended for chemically treated hair, color treated hair. If you get silk presses a lot, then it's beneficial for that as well. Yes, hot oil treatments is very beneficial for relaxed hair. How to apply hot oil treatments the proper way? There are several ways that you can do these treatments, okay? Some people put their oils in an applicator bottle and boil some water in a bowl and allow the hot oil to sit into the bowl for about 30 minutes so that it can heat up, and then they apply it to their hair. No, your hair does not have to be shampooed first. It's just dependent on the severity of products that you already have in your hair. And it's really dependent on, is you using it for a pre-poo? Because if you're using this hot oil as a pre-poo, then you do not need to have your hair clean before applying it. But if you're using it for a treatment and you know that you have a heavy buildup of gels and certain products in your hair to where the oil may not penetrate properly, then I suggest that you shampoo it at least one time so that you can get the full benefits of it. It's really not a certain way that it have to be done. That is one of the main ways that most people do it. They put it in a bowl and let it sit. Now, if you are going underneath a dryer, a hair dryer, okay? If you're going underneath a hair dryer, then you do not need to warm your hot oil, because after you apply the oil into your hair and you place a plastic cap on it and you sit underneath a hair dryer, the heat from the hair dryer is going to warm the oil, which I recommend to doing it that way anyway, due to the fact that when the heat hits your hair, it opens up the follicle strands on your hair shaft and it will allow it to penetrate more, because when the hair dryer is on, the heat is constantly rolling. If you was to put it in a bowl of hot water and let it heat up, the minute that warm oil hits your cool hair, it takes the heat away from it instantly, if that makes sense. But if you're under a hooded dryer and with a plastic cap on and the dryer is constantly running, the heat is constantly going. That makes sense what I'm saying? And we can take it a step further by going underneath a steamer, because the steamer is like a 10 times effect of the hooded hair dryer, because the steamer is going to allow for that oil to penetrate deeply into the shaft at a higher rate than the hooded dryer would, okay? Is hot oil treatments good for weaves and wigs? Yes and no, depending on the quality of your wig. Depending on the quality of your weave. Would I recommend it? No. Could it be useful on my wigs or weaves? Yes. You would treat your wigs and weaves the same way that you would treat your own hair. Okay, you would apply it the same way, rinse it the same way. You would do the very same steps to your weaves and wigs, but your wigs don't grow. Your weaves are not growing. So it really don't have no benefits in that aspect of it. The benefits that it would really carry to where if you bleached it, if you been over dyeing it and coloring it and it just feel brittle and hard, then yes, you can apply some oils to it, allow it to sit overnight. Maybe you can allow it to sit in the hair dryer for about 20 minutes and wash it thoroughly. You will see a difference in it if your weave have become very over processed and very dry and brittle. You will see some difference in it. The main thing that I would do if I had weave in my hair and I wanted to do a hot oil treatment, I think it would be more beneficial if you were wearing a weave. Let's just say that you had your weave in like 30 days and you're dealing with itchy, dry scalp again. Then you would take the hot oil treatment, you will put it in an applicator bottle, you will apply it to the scalp only, right? Then you would get underneath the hair dryer where you will be under there for about 15-20 minutes, and then you would wash it thoroughly. So it would benefit, yes, if you had a weave in your hair and you were trying to give your scalp a treatment. But if you're just using it just for the benefit of making the weave better, then that's a yes or no, depending on the quality of the hair, depending on the quality of the weave, and depending on how over-processed it really is. And if it's over-processed, then I can give some suggestions to go ahead on and still do it. Yes. There are certain steps to applying it correctly. Yes and no, like I said, just depending on if the hair have product build up on it, or if you was using it for a pre-poo, or if you was just using it because your hair just really needed in hot oil treatment. Let's just say that my hair is dry, it's brittle, and I done had a twist out for a couple of weeks, and I just feel like I need some extra moisture to my hair, and my scalp has been getting a little irritated and stuff like that. Then yes, I will first, if I don't have too much product in my hair, I will first heat my oil up, because I'm using it as a pre-poo now so that I can get more moisture added to my hair. I will apply the oil. I will let it set. Then I will shampoo the oil out thoroughly. First, you're going to rinse it with hot water to make sure that it's all rinsed away. Then you will shampoo it at least 2 times to make sure that all of that oil is out of your hair, because you do not want the oil to stay on your scalp or to remain in your hair, because it blocks the pores of your scalp and hair cannot grow out. And also, it weighs the hair down extremely if you leave it in the hair, and it becomes a sealant to where moisture cannot get in or moisture cannot get out. So I recommend, if you're going to use it as a pre-poo, applying it first, rinse it with warm water secondly, and then shampoo it at least 2 times, okay? Then style as usual. But it all depends on if you have a lot of product build up in your hair. So, you know, really predetermine, should you wash your hair before or after. Now, if you do have a lot of product build up in your hair and you are using the hot oil treatment as in treatment and not a pre-poo, then yes, I suggest that you shampoo or cleanse your hair at least with 1 good washing, 1 good shampoo, and that will allow the oil to get into the shaft, to get into the strands, to get into the pores properly, because you don't have that buildup. Last but not least, is hot oil treatments moisturizing? Can a hot oil treatment acts as a moisturizer? No. Hot oil treatments, the meaning is in the name, hot oil treatments. Hot oil treatments can be moisturizing, but it's not a moisturizer, okay? Hot oil treatments is basically for what it is, okay? If you have dry, brittle hair, if you have itchy, flaky scalp, and you just needed some moisture applied to it, a hot oil treatment can be moisturizing from that effect, but it's not a moisturizer, okay? I have a video that goes into full depth about moisturizers versus oils. I recommend that you check out the video as they go into full depth, explaining the difference between moisturizers and oils. I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if there's any questions that you would like to ask Royal Goddess, or if there are any specific videos that you would like to request. Until next time, you guys, see you on the next video. Bye-bye.